Hello. I'm at home again. So like I said, it's where the majority of my stuff is at the minute. I am wanting to get down to the garden over the next couple of days, because there's still lots and lots of things I need to be getting on with down there. But as of today, what I'm going to be doing is I need to check out all my leeks and everything, make sure I was alright. I had a bit of a power cut this morning in the street. Luckily my timer for my lights and everything wasn't affected, but of course my heating was as well, so I don't know how long that was off last night. But luckily this morning it's all right regards to temperature wise. Today, like I say, this morning what I'm doing is I'm going to pull out all my leeks, give them all a check, see if everything's all right, and I'm going to start nicking the buttons on the leeks as well. I have noticed that the ones up here last night when I came in to check on them before I went into bed basically, another one are getting rust. So I'm having to keep an eye on all of these at the minute, but this is the one that's starting to get it. Let's see if just on the edges there, that flag. And this is the CS cross, the ones that's on here, up here. So as soon as I see them, they're getting taken out and moved with the rest of them as well, because they're no good. Well, they will be good, but for getting nice clean ones, no good. There's another one there as well, I've just spotted. Rusted bloody nightmare thing. So there's one on there as well in the corner. So I'm going to go through all of these, get them all sorted, and I'm going to start nicking the buttons of the ones that need doing. If memory serves, it's from what I was told, it's ones that are about pencil thick. I also need to get these sorted out for the panel improved, so I can get them stretched up, because they're coming along canny sitting at the back of that room underneath the bench here. So I just need to get my bits and pieces sorted out, get things put together, find out where everything is. I've moved everything so much over the past couple of days, I forget where everything is. There we are there. So, I get me. I do have the sticks as well, they're in the car. I'll have to go and get them because I brought them back from the garden. So I'm going to pull out all these ones from underneath here. Bear with me. So, first batch of Cumbrians that I picked up. Oh, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to lower that light down because it's a bit too high up. I don't know if you noticed on one side the light is higher up than the other side, so I'm going to get some some cable ties and just lower that light down a bit, and when the time comes I can just pull on the edge of the cable ties and I can raise the light up to where it needs to be. Right, so I'll just pop these into here. I don't think they're doing too bad. I know I got these when they're already in pots, and of course I got the other ones when they were in the tray, and I've potted them on, which are the ones that's down there, which are these ones. Now these are a mix. That's them ones, they're all potted up. There's not showing any sign of roots yet poking through the bottom, but there's plenty of time for them. So these ones have been under the lights yet. They're coming on. They are coming on canny. So you see, it's a few of them have already started popping the buttons. They're starting to stretch their legs out as well, which I'm happy with them ones. Even just a couple of weeks under the lights have done wonders. I mean, there's another one that's popped its button there. There's another one, so basically they're doing them themselves. So from what I've gathered and what I've read and what I've been spoken to about them, popping the buttons. People do, some people do it, some people don't. Like I say, it's my first year growing them, and it just, to me, it makes sense to do them. When you pop them, it's basically, it stops the leek from stretching out, look, so it gives you a nice large base, and it keeps all the flags tight together as well. So let's find one that safety pin. This is too small. I've got one at the garden which is a lot bigger, but obviously I'm at the garden at the minute, so and all you need to do is get one, get a leek. Let's see, as well, pencil width, and then you see down this side, the first flag, just run the pin. This one's already started. Just lightly, just so it opens up all the way to the bottom. That opens that up. Careful not to damage it. That's that one done. Put that one back in. I see some of them do themselves. Like this one's done myself. I'm going to do that one down there as well. They will droop and they will flop down. There we go. So that one done as well. And now I'm going to go through with all of these, and the ones that look like they need doing, I will do. There we go. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got about 4 to 5 trays to get on with, so I'm going to get on with all these and I'll show you them all once I'm sorted out. And that's all I'll be doing up here today. Right, so basically I've only done one tray. I've nicked one tray and I've already learned lessons on how gentle to be, because you've got to be really gentle or I end up going to go through the leek with the pin. What I've done as well is I've started marking them all down as well. Like I mentioned in previous videos, I've got my pen, so I'm marking them all down what's what. I do have an issue with regards to the CSC cross ones, CS cross ones, which I've got here, and the ones at the back there, because when I picked them up from Freddie mentioned that they were just a mix. So there's some Cumbrians in there, there's some CSX leeks in there as well, so I don't know what's what in there, so it's just a wild mix. But I'll be keeping them separate because I know that these 2 trays here will be Cumbrians, because that's what is the one giving it to us, so they're what I believe to be Cumbrians. But yeah, like I say, what I've done straight away is I've noticed that if I go in too hard with the leek, with the pin, I go right through and I damage the leek itself to start with. So I want to be very careful. But as you can see, what I mentioned before was about the leeks drawn up. If you don't nick them, there's a prime example. You can see the length of the leek there. You think that was like a pendle, but it's not. There's other ones there as well. These are all Cumbrians. So I'm going to get all these nicked out now. I'm going to nick each one. Also, what I've learned as well straight away after doing them, you have to make sure that your pin, you score it all the way to the base, right to the base, because if you don't, when you just gently lower it down to get the other side, you cause risk of splitting the flag. I've done one, where is it? I've done one on here as well, where I've split the flag by pulling it down because I haven't there. It's right at the base, right at the back there. You can see it's because I haven't done it right all the way down, and I've gently teased that down and it's went pop. So I have to make sure that they're right the way down as well. But once again, just lessons learned really. I've got plenty to go through, so get sorted out with them. So I've been very careful with these because they're still small. I'm barely applying any pressure on here at all. Just enough to feel the edge, right the way down to the bottom. Then if I'm very gentle, that's it. That's all I'm doing to that one, because the next one starts halfway down. So there we go, so that's that one folded back. This one might be a bit too thin to do, like, but I'm doing them all in any case while I'm here. So I'm just being very gentle, not to push the pin right in, just like it right down to the bottom. Then I'm just going to lift this one back up again. What they'll do is they'll just fold over. I'll give me a marker and mark them up so I know what they are when the time comes. C and B. And the ones that I haven't nicked, the ones I've done automatically by themselves, I've marked them down as basically done them, nicked themselves as well, because they're good leeks. So yeah, here's me the bigger ones of the pack now. So I'm happy with the way these are progressing another light, because I guarantee they weren't this big when I got them the other week. So same again, I'm going to mark them on. C and B. Now I don't know when these were planted. Look, I've got leeks all different stages and all different varieties. Let's see if you can see these. Yeah, you can see the root system in there. You see the roots from the outside. They get there. I might feed a couple of these from the bottom and see if it's any different from feeding them from the top. Excuse me. So just have a gentle again, you don't push them in. Right away at the bottom. Gently tease that back so I can get in for the next one. I'm a bit gutted at the fact that there's rust in the greenhouse, because I don't know where it could have come from, because rust is an airborne disease that affects the leeks and onions. I've had it before in the past down at the garden, because it's affected me leeks and everything down at the garden, but it's never affected stuff up at home before, so I don't get nothing up at home. So it'll be interesting to see where the hell that's come from. But I've been checking all of the plants as well, all of these ones, for the grey mould, see if there's any comeback. But I think the fact that I've opened the air vent and everything like that, I think that's helped that out a lot. And cutting everything back as well. So I'll just go through this one, and I'll crack on and get the rest of them done. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 good leeks in there. So sorry about that. The wife had turned up on us. So yeah, I don't know where that rust's come from, but I hope it's not in my grow room as of yet. So it's just the stuff that's outside here. So just see how that goes with these ones. Sorry, I've got a bit of a sniffle going on here. I think I'm getting the kids' cold. So yeah, I mentioned before, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 11 bigger Cumbrian leeks, which are of course a lot bigger than the other ones. So what I might do is I might just sort the trays out. I'll lift these back up. I might just sort the trays out so the big ones are all together, then the smaller ones are all together. And like I say, I'm going to lower them later down and get that sorted as well. But I'll show you once I've done that. Once I've got this sorted. But as of this, I've still got 4. I've still got a ton of leeks to sort out, so I'm going to go and get that done because this is just boring to watch. So I'll catch you in a bit. Right, so see me chin. I've gotten half a dozen of 6 Pendle Improved here. Leeks I got off Freddie. To go along with the Cumbrians and the SCX leeks. These ones don't need nicking. Don't nick these ones because these are the ones that grow tall and thin and nice and white. Need to look into them as well because I've got some collars off a old trampoline that I used to have. That's what I'm going to make use of. So I'll when the time comes I'll get that sorted. But for the meantime, these need to be, well, they don't need to be, but I'm going to prop them up. I've got me sticks and I've got me clips, so I'm going to put them as well, but I'm going to mark them off first. So that's what I'm going to do with these. Limp. Actually, I just got these to try. You give us, Freddie was kind enough to give us these. There's a lot of growers do have spares. Please excuse my snotty nose. Pendulum. And now I can remove from my head what these are, so I don't have to remember them because I've got them now written on. Happy days. So now with the normal leeks, if you're going to be staking them up, what I've found is you can either leave them and end up just being like this, so they'll go up right themselves, or you can stake them up with the clips. But what you want with them is, from what I've been told as well, is with not the pedal ones, with the pumpkins and stuff like that, you want to be them just for the flags, just to be resting on the sides, just resting. You don't want to be pulling them up tight because you don't want them drawn up. You just want them to be resting on top of these. But with these ones, with the panels, I'm going to put two on. Because I want them to be high up, you see. So I'll stick that there. I'll put one around the base and one around the top. Now you can get these, I got mine off eBay, the sticks and the clips, I got them off eBay, not cheap enough. Actually, put the clip around. And the bottom one there's not doing anything, so I'm going to move it up. Top in preparation for it coming up. That's one done. I'm going to give these it's now, well, let's say it's Monday now. It's not Monday, is it Monday? No, it's Sunday today. I've been watering all my leeks once a week. And I've been cleaning them off with a bit of spray back off once a week as well. So I'm going to see if that needs to be upped or if it needs to carry on at that for the next couple of weeks up until January before they need potting on again. But for the time being I'm just watering these once a week, and tomorrow will be the watering day, but I might as well do them today while I'm in here doing all of this. I have emptied some of the leeks from the grow room as well. Just talking my chin. I have moved some of the leeks from the grow room as well, just so I'm starting to run. I thought I'd built a rather large grow room that'll fit all my leeks in, but to be honest, it's not that big. After realising, how many I had. So I'm just going to put the ones that look like they're a lot stronger inside the grow room, and obviously my onions are getting kept in there as well. Push comes to shove, I might go and buy some new giant onions, because I'll keep them, see how they go, but they don't look like they've moved on very much. I think it might be due with how high the light's up, but I'm going to lower that light down, but we'll see. They're going to get kept in there for the time being as well. But if it turns out that they're taking up too much space and other things are progressing on, then the stronger stuff will be going in the grow room. The rest can go outside on the light. Excuse me. So all done. Now at the minute they're not really supporting anything, but as the heat gets bigger, then these will come in handy. We're just pointing them in the right direction, theoretically. It's basically a case of monkey see, monkey do. I see a lot of the guys doing it, so I'm going to start as well. There's 5. 6. So there we go, all done. That's the clips done. I'm going to put them back in the grow room at the back. Then I'm going to get on with my giants, and I'll show you the giants once I finish this. Right, so moving on to my giants. These have come on leaps and bounds since going under the light. There's a few of them got damage on the flags, which I now know to be from too much manhandling or whenever a case may have been. But I'm trying to keep on going and see how things go. I've got 14 here altogether. I'm going to nick the flag, nick the buttons on them, and then pop them into there. I might even remove the support, because to be honest, I don't think we need them. So I think I'll just take all the supports off, let them grow on. So I still need to mark them though, even though I know what they are. I still need to mark them off. I'll check them all for signs of rust and things like that as well, because I spotted one of the other leeks, the Cumbrian leeks, had rust in the grow room, which I'm not impressed with, but can't really do anything about that. Just noticing as well, these are actually going searching as well, which is quite good. I don't know if you can see or not through the clear. Get through there. So you can see that's a root there. So they're searching right down to the bottom for the water. So they're going for a run. What I'll do is I'll mark all these off, then I'll get started with nicking the buttons, and I'll show you what they're like afterwards, because this is pretty boring. So I'll leave the last couple and I'll show you again how I'm going to do these, then I'll catch you in a bit. Right, try something a little bit different here. So I've moved the camera down so you can see. So these are these are the Yorkshire Giants that I've got. I've taken the sticks and the supports off. I've already done all the other ones as well. That's up there, you can't see them because the 20 minutes of sunlight that's coming through the side of the house is beaming down on us at the moment. So just will see what I'm focusing here. There we go, that's that sorted out. So I didn't realise how good these look until actually I pulled them out. But some of them are really looking good. Like, in my opinion, I think they're looking good, and a lot of them are already starting to nick their own buttons, which is a good sign. So There's the first one. I'll spin that round. Do the other one because I want them right down to the bottom. So the buttons they get larger as they get bigger. Being very gentle. So I don't want to damage these ones because these ones are good ones. These ones. I see on this side that it's just coming through nicely there. So I just tease that out. Tease that out. And that's that done. That's another one done. So there's a giant with the leek popped. The button popped, sorry. And there's one without. That's a smaller one, but I'll swap that over. And there's one without. So I'm going to go and do these ones now as well. Doesn't take long to do if you've only got a couple to do, but I've had 12, 24, I've had about 50 to 60 altogether to do. And once again, it's been a learning experience. These will get done again, I believe. If memory serves, they'll be doing again when the time comes, just to make sure that the flags are right down to the bottom. So all the growth stays down at the bottom instead of it expanding up over. Instead of having tall leeks, having tall ones, they all stay down and they get larger from the base instead of getting thinner and taller like the pendulum prudes will. So these ones are the ones that's going to be really tall, and these ones are the ones that's going to be really big, short and fat, just like I was. So that's all that's all the Yorkshire Giants done. So that's them all done and dusted. So the next job what I'm going to do in the greenhouse is try and sort out them lights, lower the lights a bit. I've got 12 alright ones, alright looking giants in here. There's two here which are a lot smaller than the ones that's in there. I'll put them in the grow room, see how they go on, but them 12 are the ones that'll be going in their pots and things like that next. So these are the smaller ones I've got. There's not more with them, they're just a lot smaller than what the other ones are. So I might, I don't know whether I'd leave these two, don't nick the buttons and just do an experiment on them and see what the difference is between the two. In fact, I'm going to do that. Them 12 are my 12 leeks, I'm going to put in their pots and stuff like that. These two are the ones I'm not going to nick, I'm just going to let them grow au naturel without nicking. Pinning me little box up there. So yeah, I'm going to get that. I'm going to leave these ones and put them underneath and see how they go. But as far as all the buttons and all that, I've nicked they're all nicked and everything's done now. So I'm going to sort out there we go. I'll sort out all the underneath here in the little grow room. I'll give it a wipe out and stuff like that, and I'll see if I can lower these lights down. Then I'll start putting everything back in again. Right, that's all that sorted out. I've done that, I've marked them all up and I've got my grow room sorted out and I've lowered the lights down a little bit. I'll just turn around and show you. So, they're just the spare ones I've got on the top. These are the ones that I got. These are the CX cross, Cummins Sally crosses that I took from the tray, which you've seen in a previous video, and I potted them onto the small pots. There's no sign of roots yet, but they look healthy enough. But these are the ones that are further behind than the other ones. So, as you can see, I've lowered that light down. I couldn't find me I couldn't find what I was looking for earlier on to lower them down, so I've just used some string, some cable ties. That's what I was looking for. So these are the onions at the back. As I say, they're not looking the best, but I've lowered that light down, so they're underneath the light now. I've got the fan on as well. These ones are the Cumbrians. All the ones that I've nicked as well, so I've nicked all the buttons on them ones. These are the ones that they're the next in line sort of thing. I've got the big out Cumbrians at the far right hand side, I'll show you. So I've got the CS crosses in here now as well. So that's them ones. These ones over here. I've got them all marked so I know exactly what they are. I've got they're my giants there. All buttons have been nicked, as you can see. Looking alright, apart from some of the flags have been cut as I've moved them, as I've already discussed previously. I've got my 6 panel improved at the back there. They're all set up now as well. And I've got the Cumbrians on this side, which, as you can see, they're a lot bigger than the other ones that are on. So that's all that sorted out. I'm just going to leave this light up here. As you can see, the height difference in the light, just a little bit. I've lowered that one down a small amount. So I'm going to get the front door put on here, and I'm going to go and get sorted out because I've been in here for a couple of hours now. But that's all me done and dusted in here now as well. So all the leeks and onions that are in there now. So all I've got left up here are these ones which I didn't fit. These will just be getting the natural light that's coming through here. So I'll just give these this natural sunlight, and obviously, of course, these ones that I mentioned before. So these are the only ones that's left outside. So I'm going to lower the front door down and get cracked on. But yeah, I'm happy with that sorted out. Door done. Excuse me. I'm going to give them all the water in. I'm going to give them a spray, and then that's that done. The plants and everything that I cleaned up the other day, they're alright. There's no sign of grey mould on them, which I'm pleased about. I managed to get rid of it all. If there is any, I'll just pick them off as I go along. I check these every other day. I'm taking off all the dead plant material. So there's nothing left for the grey mould to grab a hold of, and there's plenty of circulation coming through here as well. There is now. I've opened the window again. It fell down with a breeze here. Then my hyacinths, I've potted up. Just leaving them. I know they'll probably die back. And of course the mums, the four garden mums, which have all got new fresh cuttings on from the base. These 3 are the ones that's got the rust. Don't know what to do with them. I'll put them on the windowsill in the living room and see how things go with them. But I want them out of the greenhouse before they cause any damage. So yeah, that's that done. So hopefully in the new year, which is tomorrow, I'm hoping to get down to the garden and make a start down there. These are all sorted now, so it's plenty. All this is just a waiting game now. So I'm going to get sorted out down to the garden. So we'll be down there from next week onwards. So I'll catch you. I'll see you then.